but she likes bass. That's why. So, real nigga, real nigga, real nigga reviews. Yeah, not you. What's up, motherfuckers? It is I, Papa Samurai, and today I'm going to be reviewing Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. You already know my system. It's 5 sections: acting, directing, writing, sound, and cinematography. You can get a score of anywhere between 5 to 25. 25 being supreme, 25 being superb. That's a quota. Tell your grandma and your daughter. We all finna go see this movie. Anything under a dime, don't waste your time. Let me get on into it. So, Indiana Jones and the Dollar Destiny just came out. I really loved the original Indiana Jones. The first two were like great. It kind of went on a decline after that. This one, I'll tell you afterwards. So for acting, I gave it a 3. All right. If this was supposed to be Harrison Ford's swan song, it was more like a goose gargle. This shit was. How did everybody feel like they were too old for this movie? Even the kid felt like he was too old to be making this movie. It was very, very weird. But that also comes down to directing. The choice is like what you let get through. Ultimately, Harrison Ford's 157 years really showed on the screen. That came through shiningly, if that's what they wanted to get. That shit was not too hot, but yeah, it wasn't the worst acting I've ever seen. But come on, for the final in the franchise, you could have brought it. Directing. Okay, I'm not sure what else I've seen from James Mangold, but it's a name that I've heard. And I'm going to give the directing a 3. He made some weird decisions, some super strange choices that I was like, okay. He had a couple of plot lines. I don't know if it was because of the writing or not, but there was a couple of plot lines that didn't go anywhere. They were left unresolved, and some things kind of felt forced. I would have to talk about it in like in a spoiler review to like really break it down, but it just didn't seem cohesive. In writing, another 3. I wanted to give it a 2.5, but it was manageable, I guess. But when you have, I'm always worried when you got more than 2 writers for a fucking movie, and this shit had like 5 writers, the director being one of them, Mr. Mangold. So I just didn't like the choices that they made, and the ending felt kind of like here, plop. They didn't set anything up for that shit. Like if you would have been leaving little breadcrumbs for us to follow, and like that's the natural resolution of this. But no, no, it was very convenient. Sound 3.5. I got very tired of hearing the motherfucking score for Indiana Jones. Like every time, like the theme was like everything he did. Like if Indiana went to take a shit, they were dun 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 dun. Dun. That pissed me off. Like I grew very weary of the music at that point. The sound design was good, but it was some things were overused. Cinematography, the de aging effects were phenomenal. I can still hear how old Harrison Ford is in his 280th year, but that is to be expected when you're dealing with old men and acting. Uh, the sets were good when they were inside, but when you got outside, you could tell that the CGI was atrocious. Like the sky looked like it was about to fall to pieces. That's something like my friend Zach can do better CGI, and I haven't even seen him do CGI, but I know he could do better. Um, but that being said, when they were inside, it looked good. It felt like it was in that period. Mid '80s is when it was supposed to be. Like when it's, I believe, or early late '70s. But it felt like it. It had that look, and so I could believe that I was there when we were inside. As soon as we went outside, horrible. But they did have some good action sequences, and a lot of nice set pieces. But it was just could have been better. 3.5. Overall, I believe that Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is a fun, fanciful farce that you could not have to see in the movie theaters. But if you're a fan of Indiana Jones, you definitely have to check it out. That's it for right now. I've been Papa Samurai. You motherfuckers been real. Kyra says bye. See you next time. All right, let me go change my shirt for I'm a Virgo.